What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Saving Skylands. Today is going to be a chill video, but it's going to be very informational. Today we are talking about why to play Skylanders in 2021. And I say we because the one and only CrashTheSkylands is joining me to talk about this very important topic.
Greetings, fellow Poltermasters. I'm Crash Rouse, and it's once again time to Crash the Skylands here on Saving Skylands channel. If anybody needed someone to save Skylands, it's the king of the Skytubers, the king of the locks, the greatest Skylander player of all time. But he wasn't available, so they got me. Regardless, thank you so much for having me on the channel here, Saving Skylands. I'm very excited to talk about some of the reasons why we play Skylanders. I mean, I've been doing it for 10 years now, so I mean, there's definitely something there that makes you want to play Skylanders. So the problem is in 2021, it's not as popular as what it used to be. So yeah, I'm really excited to talk about some of the reasons why Skylanders still should be playing in 2021. And of course, make your own content while you're at it so I can take over YouTube and become the king of the Skytubers for real. Anyways, Saving Skylands. I'm going to leave it up to you for number 5. I'm going to hop back with my little things in between. So let's kick us off. Let's get it started.
So at number 5, we have the fact that, yes, all of the Skylanders games are absolutely amazing, and you could rank them from worst to best and say this one has its flaws and this one's the best and it's perfect. But the thing about Skylanders was it was the first Toys to Life game. And after Skylanders came along, you had other Toys to Life games such as Disney Infinity, Lego Dimensions, Amiibo. I don't know if any of them are even still around anymore. I used to be a big fan of Disney Infinity. I think I have all the figures. And but they brought in characters into Skylands from other games. They brought in Spyro. That was their main gimmick for the first game. And they brought in Crash Bandicoot into Imaginators. So kids growing up with Imaginators, they're like, oh, it's just another Skylander. But when Skylanders ended, the game series, let's hope it doesn't. Hopefully in the future we'll get a remaster, yada yada, getting off track. But these kids can actually play the original games of the old Crash Bandicoot series and the old Spyro series, because there's so many games to it. And Skylanders allows them to open their mind and play more games that are more like Skylanders. Skylanders was the first to do the Toys to Life, and it was huge, and it's still the best to do it up to date.
So number 4 on the list, we decided the fact that you can play the story mode or even just your racing mode with a younger generation to get them into it. Of course, I'm a little bit older. I'm one of the oldest Skytubers out here for sure, if not the oldest one there, depending on who's actually still uploading content. Regardless, for me, getting other people into the game now is going to be a little bit harder because the game isn't making new stuff, but why not show them what the 6 games give you, which is the story mode? I've always talked about Superchargers and how amazing that story is, so I feel like if anyone who likes a good story played Superchargers, they'd be drawn into it. Now, of course, if they played the previous games and built up a story where with all the other Skylanders and all the other NPCs that are in there, it'll make the 5th game even more effective. So, why not sit down, play Spyro's Adventure, then start building up? Sit down with your friends, let them figure out their favorite Skylander. That's one thing I really like. And every single person who I know who bashed Skylanders has never played it. And every single person who got to play it really enjoyed it. So any new generation who's talking about how it's dumb, or if you think it's dumb, or even an older generation, let them say to give you a chance. Let them give you one day to sit down and play Skylanders and just show you what it is. Because for us to keep the game going, you got to keep a generation going. Because of course we're not getting any younger here, especially this guy. I'm turning 31 next year. Yep. Let's go to number 3 before I make myself cry.
So at number 3 is probably the biggest reason to stop, or to not stop, don't stop, to not stop playing Skylanders. And it's the fact that it never gets old. With how many Skylanders there are, you can use a different Skylander in every level. Like if you wanted to go into Imaginators and use every single Skylander you have, you'd play this game like, I'm 20, I'm one of the older ones in the community, I would be like 50 by the time I got done with doing a solo run. Shout out to CrashTheSkylands, Gilgrunt solo run, one of your best series, I love it. But that's my point. You can do solo runs with every character. You can do your own locks. You don't have to put on a camera and record. You don't have to do it for people. You can just do it for yourself. Challenge yourself. Have some fun. It's just, and there's racing. It'll never get old because there's always new ways to play. There's always new styles to play as, new characters to play as. So many extra levels. And that'll lead us into number 2 and 1.
So number 2 on the list is definitely the one I've talked about the most and what I love about Skylanders in general. It's the community. The fact that there are a bunch of people out there still talking about a game that hasn't released a game, or a series that hasn't released a game in 4 years except for like a couple mobile apps and stuff. Or, you know, other failed successes that they tried to do. But they're still keeping it alive. Every single day there was a Skylander video being uploaded to YouTube. Not just by me, by anybody else. There's always a video every single day. So no matter what happens, you're going to have Skylander content on YouTube no matter what. And that's because this community won't let it die. In one of my most famous videos, even though I talked about Skylander Boy and Girl the whole time, my most famous quote from that video is, "Skylanders isn't dead. It's only dead unless we let it die. It's only dead if we let it die." That's what I said. Of course, my own famous quote, I just butchered it. It's me! Haha! That was like 5 years ago when I did that. But regardless, doing that and just keeping the game alive and just talking about it and making videos and making content and playing online or just playing the game one day, waking up on a Sunday morning, don't know what to do, throw on Spiral's Adventure. Play it from the beginning with one of your Skylanders. Try to solo run it. It's fun. And that's what I love about Skylanders is the community, because we're never going to let it die. And that's why I need to be playing in 2021. But there's one more reason though.
So at number 1 is the fact that there's so many to collect. There are hundreds and hundreds of Skylanders in pieces, in variants, in traps, in creation crystals, and all that jazz. And it's just so much fun as a Skylanders player throughout the 10 years that it's been around to get a new Skylander. I am nowhere near complete, and I have hundreds of Skylanders. Plus chase variants. Chase variants are honestly more fun for me to get. I don't know about you guys, but they're more fun for me to get because they're more like an actual trophy. Like, I'm on the hunt for Blue Bash, and I can't find that boy anywhere. But when I get him, I'm gonna feel great because I consider myself a collector of Skylanders. And the day that I complete my Skylanders collection is not the day I'm gonna stop playing Skylanders. I'm gonna be playing that all the time because you know why? I'm gonna have every single Skylander. You know how many ideas I'll have with every single Skylander? So there you guys have it. That's the number 1 reason why you guys should still be playing Skylanders, is the fact that there's so many to collect and there's such a big collection and so many different Skylanders that collecting them is just as fun as playing the game.
I mean, I totally don't disagree with number 1. That's not even my whole collection. I still have the bins back there for Honesty Half Hour. But thank you so much for saving the Skylands. Saving the Skylands? No, don't you put that though. That's a rip-off of me. Saving Skylands for having me on the channel. It means a lot. You are definitely one of the biggest up-and-coming SkyTubers right now. 100 subscribers within like a couple months. That's pretty sick. Definitely one of the most passionate people when it comes to SkyTubers. So if you have not checked them out, please go and check out more of the videos and subscribe. And if you don't know who I am, don't worry, I'll be taking over this channel soon enough. But I'm Crash Rattles of CrashTheSkylands. I do my own Skylander content. I usually upload about 3 times a week. Depending on when you're watching this, it's usually about 5 times. It might be 5 times, but it's normally 3. I do a lot of Skylander content. I make as most unique as I can. Top 5s, my every ranked series, which is personally my favorite, just saying. But it's definitely one of my favorite things to do, is definitely talking about a series that I love and that you guys love too. That's why we talked about Skylanders community in the second one. But definitely go check out more SavingSkylands videos. But as always, I bid you farewell.
So there you guys have it. The top 5 reasons why you guys should still be playing Skylanders in 2021. So thank you guys for watching. Huge, gigantic Skylands thank you out to CrashTheSkylands for coming on and talking Skylanders with me. I hope to do it again in the future. Other than that, thank you guys for watching. Let me know down in the comments why you guys still play Skylanders. Other than that, I will see you guys soon.